When I was in my early 30s, I got to travel through Peru and Bolivia in the company of Maryknoll missionaries with other campus ministers. We were visiting campus ministry sites in 4 locations throughout those 2 countries. And my goodness, was I prepared. I had a very large backpack and a small suitcase and a giant suitcase because anything anybody needed, I wanted to have. I brought, for example, chewable Pepto-Bismol. I brought ACE bandages, and I brought 4 1-pound Whitman sampler boxes because hostess gifts. If you were a missionary serving abroad and you came down to the dining room table one morning and you found a 1-pound Whitman sampler box with a little map, wouldn't you be thrilled? Yeah, hostess gifts, 4 pounds worth of them. So I was prepared and that was wonderful, except I had to get from the bus to the room where I was staying in 4 different cities. Sometimes that was up 3, even 4 flights of stairs. And dragging all those suitcases was excruciating. Not as excruciating, however, as watching the porter, whose job it was to get our suitcases to the top of the bus, dragging that heavy, giant suitcase of mine up there. One of my companions on the journey was a Canadian priest named Father Claude, and he brought, and I kid you not, a duffel bag, just a little duffel bag. It was not full. He didn't have chewable Pepto-Bismol, or any Pepto-Bismol at all, for that matter. He didn't have ACE bandages. He didn't have so much as a Band-Aid. He had, I know from his roommate, 2 pair of socks and underwear, which he washed in the sink every night. And he wore the same sweater every day, I know, because 20 years later, I can still remember what it looked like. And he didn't bring any hostess gifts. He may not have brought presents with a T, but he was so present. He was so unencumbered. He would pop up and down those stairs and on and off the bus. He didn't need anybody to lift anything for him. He was so marvelously present. And my chocolate weighed more than his luggage. So that was sort of my wake-up call around packing, around certainly physical packing, but also my intrigue around packing as a metaphor. What do we feel the need to bring with us? What makes us feel safe and secure and prepared? And when is that just ridiculous? When are we sacrificing our presence for whatever else we choose to bring on our backs? So that is what this retreat is going to be about. What do we take for the journey? What does Scripture tell us? What did Jesus say people should take for the journey? What do we know from stories, from literature, from true stories? And how can we identify different types of things that we need to be sure to pack and that we would do well to leave behind?